up later this week, the Eagle Valley Land Trust is hosting a farm to fork dinner, a garden to glass reception over in Lake Creek. Here to tell us more about it is Jim Daus and TJ Voboril. Good morning, gentlemen.
How's it going?
Good morning.
Good. Glad to see you guys first thing in the morning. We're used to mornings. Are you guys used to early mornings?
Getting more and more used to it. I couldn't say I'm strictly a morning person.
It's nice though out in the morning. It's the weather's perfect in the morning. But I've already looked at the weather, been doing the forecast this morning, and I think the forecast for your dinner later this week is going to be great.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So
We'll take your word for it.
before we talk about the dinner, can we talk a little bit about the Eagle Valley Land Trust and kind of explain to people what it is and what it does in our community?
You bet. We're the local land conservation organization, so we work with property owners to conserve their land in return for some tax benefits or other kind of funding.
What does it mean to conserve their land? Like, can they sell their land at some point?
What landowners do is promise to limit the development on their properties, and they do that in the form of a contract, and land trusts all across the country are the other holder of these contracts, and the contracts are forever. So the landowner can still build a home or a couple of homes or something like that, and they can sell the land, but it's subject to the terms of the conservation easement forever, so the next owners have to abide by that conservation plan.
So they couldn't put like a bowling alley or strip mall on it or something like that?
Right.
All our beautiful habitats and vistas and things like that are protected forever, and we kind of use that word. That's like our, the thing that really resonates in our hearts is this is going on generation, until the sun burns out. That's what's going to go on. So
one of the things I really like about living up here is in some of the vistas you see around here, it's going to be like that forever. That's exactly what it's going to look like. But in some of the other areas, we're not sure. And so that's probably what you guys are working for, right? To make sure that that view doesn't ever change.
Yeah, we were working on the valley floors, which are really vulnerable to development. 80% of the county is public lands, but we probably only even see it, let alone look at maybe 5% of it ever. The stuff that we live in, that's what we need to protect. It's the valley floors where wildlife, they need the valley floors to survive the winters here. And it's where we live. It's the easily accessible open spaces that are beautiful along the river corridors that are totally vulnerable.
That's a really good point, because I think a lot of times we think of it in terms of ourselves, preserving the land for ourselves, but we also need to preserve it for the animals as well.
It's one of the reasons we moved here.
So you've got a dinner coming up later on this week. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so we've got, it's got two components actually that's new this year. The first part of it is going to be a garden to glass cocktail competition. And it's from 5 to 7. It's on Thursday evening up in Lake Creek. And the premise is that we have 6 different local bartenders who have been given a secret ingredient. Are we allowed to tell them what it is now?
We are now.
Yeah, so the secret ingredient, we'd held it, held everybody in suspense, but it's going to be local Colorado lavender. And they're going to make a cocktail based around this Colorado lavender. And they have free reign to do whatever they want as long as it features the lavender ingredient. And so we've got the Rose, Boxcar, Root and Flower, 10th Mountain Whiskey, Terra Bistro, and Vail Catering Concepts. They're all coming out, and all the participants are going to they're going to be given a little token, and they're going to vote on their favorite one. And so we've got a little, healthy, friendly competition. And then that's going to be followed by a farm-to-table dinner, the farm-to-fork component, which is sort of separately ticketed as well. If you buy a ticket to farm-to-fork, you automatically get to come to Garden Glass, and that's going to be kind of the cocktail reception part of it. But of course, there's the competition part of it too. So it's going to be really interesting. We've got some really creative, really talented bartenders coming up with who knows what. I'm not quite sure, and I'm really excited to find out.
So do you still have tickets available for this? And
yeah, we do.
And people can go online to buy those tickets?
Yeah, I believe maybe on some of the graphics you'll see, but if you go to evlt.org, you'll be able to find your way to where you need to be.
Well, that sounds fantastic. Good luck with your dinner, and I'm really excited to find out who wins the cocktail competition.
We'll be sure to let everybody know, and we're pretty sure everybody's going to have a great time regardless.
TJ, Jim, thanks for coming in so much this morning. The Eagle Valley Land Trust, your dinner's on the 17th.
That's
Thursday
correct.
night.
Thursday night. Thank you. Coming up next, we're going to check in with Megan. She has your weather, let you know how to plan your day here in the Valley.